The best way to get in shape is to just be young and hot. Hard work, work. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to the Warm Up Podcast. I'm your goofy host and semi-pro comic, stand-up comic, Lou Michael. And we are heading to the gymnasium to get a workout in today. And, it's a bright, sunny day. Not too bad. Look at this. Crystal blue skies. Can't be too upset about that. We're going to do chest day. Chest day's best day. Because you already know that. All right, we've done it all. We're back into it. How we doing, huh? How we doing? My limber listeners? That's not it. We're trying to come up with a nickname for you guys. We don't have it yet, but it'll come around. It'll come around organically. If you're new here, hey, thanks for hanging out. You might want to go back about 1,000 episodes and catch up. Other than that, we're gonna have a good time. Tradition, pre-workout of the day. Let's get into it, gang. Let's see. We got Celsius, Arctic Vibe, and I'm going to tell you right now, Celsius is fine. I've had a lot of them before. My girlfriend really likes them, and though Alani Nu is marketed as like the chick pre-workout, I think Celsius, I don't know. I think it's the actual chick workout. So we'll get into it. Celsius, Arctic Vibe, you guys know what we're going to do. We're going to get a good crack. Oh, yeah, that seems good. Whoa. Both hands on the wheel there, Lou. Can already smell it. So that's a potent one. Arctic Vibe. I don't know. This is going to be like a blue flavor, I assume. Let's get that whiff. Yep. It kind of smells like a old blue push pop. You remember that? Push pop or ring pop? It's got that kind of smell going to it. All right, first sip. Everybody knows. First sip. Here we go. Arctic Vibe. Yeah. Okay. It's like indistinguishably like food chemical blue flavor, if that makes sense. It's fine. In season 2, being harsher on the ratings, I'm going to give this a solid 2.5, sit-ups out of 5. Would pre-workout again, but it's the absolute medium talent of pre-workouts. It's got 200 milligrams of the bang bang in there, some caffeine, so, oh shit, maybe, okay. Well, I should have read the back of the can here first. It's got a lot more going on. It's got niacin, some vitamin B12, B6, biotin, don't know what that does, just threw it in the old mouth though. That's good. That's good. I like how sometimes America really picks and chooses where you can be fast and loose with your freedoms. Supplement companies, not regulated by the FDA, so let's just throw a bunch of shit in a can, say it's good for you, and then back it up with fucking anecdotal evidence of jacked hotties drinking this shit, and you're like, yeah, dude, it's fitness stuff, dumbass. Get it together. Anyways, not saying Celsius is the only bad one doing it, or good one. I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I don't know if we're supposed to have biotin in our system. Biotin? I don't know. Really working through it. Also, I don't know why the Alani Nu cans are as slender as these. These are like slender cans. These, I think White Claw was like, how do we get chicks to drink malt liquor? And they're like, well, what if we made it like a sparkling seltzer and just made it less beer flavored? And they're like, yeah. And then you gotta go with the slender can, which I don't. You already know. It's penis. It's penis-like. I think I brought it up before. I think I have. All right, 2.5, making good time. We're fucking cruising the gym today, everybody. I'm also a little bit. It's coming through. A little bit road weary. In a good way. Been doing a lot of comedy. I just got back from Chicago. That was a lot of fun. Got to see some old friends, make a couple new ones. And I will say this, Chicago is an intimidating scene to me. It just always has been. Because I think when I first went to Chicago as an open micer, I absolutely got fucking humbled. Just put your shit in the dirt. And I was like, oh, these are real comedians. And, much like the human psyche, I think they say a lot of development is done in your childhood and teenage years. Like, oh, this is what I look like. This is why I have an eating problem. This is why I work out. All that shit. it starts over for whatever your career and passion is, or at least it was for me. So as a young comic getting absolutely thrashed by Chicago, I always have to like gear up and be like, no, I can do this. And this was the first trip in a long time to Chicago where I just had a great time through and through. Loved the city, loved all of the other comics from there I met. And I'm not saying I've had bad times. You know, it hasn't all been bad times there. But like this time I was like, oh, all right. And maybe it's because some more friends are living there now, and it's, you know, I'm a more experienced comedian, so you get a little bit of stage apathy in a good way where you're like, just give me the mic, I got my bits, I'm gonna do my jokes, I'm not gonna fuck up your show, and I had a lot of fun. It was also the first time I did it's new to me, but it is technically the new location for the Lincoln Lodge, because I hadn't been there since before the pandemic, and as a comedian, it's kind of just beautiful. It's a clubhouse for comedy where they have 3 different rooms of very cool, like jazz club style vibe seating for comedy shows, and they have multiple stand-up shows going on at the same time, and the crowds are there for it, and it warmed my little performer heart where I was like, oh, this is so awesome. Like, you know, I still don't get to be in majority of environments where like comedy is set up to thrive, you know, and it's not a bad thing, like, but echoey banquet halls and bar show one-nighters are still more or less the norm for me at paid or bigger gigs, you know, but when you get to do like comedy clubs or places that are set up specifically with stand-up comedy in mind, it just hits different as a performer and as somebody going to it. So I'll tell you this much, I love everybody that comes out to the bar shows and the DIY stuff, but man, if it's a comedy club set up to do stand-up comedy, fucking Sam Talent has me saying standing up comedy too much. I'm like, God damn it, dude. But yeah, if you're set up, yeah, it's great. Let's take a sip. We'll move on. Let's do shout-outs, huh? Let's do shout-outs. I said I was going to do that last week. I don't know if I'm going to edit this in. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll fuck around with text over my face and do super lazy edits. But first of all right, we got nicknames for everybody. I don't know if we have nicknames for individual listeners, but nicknames for everybody that commented. We got Corey the Rascal, Johnny Uppers, or Youpers. Damn it, I said Uppers. It makes it sound like he's got a bad cocaine problem. But Johnny Youpers, we got Comic and the Cuz, you know who you two are. We got Gibby, huh? Gibby's the only one who fucking listened. Fucking did it right. So love you, Gib. Sorry that Beggar's Banquet is gone, but we'll find you a new mic, pal. We got Duke Lukem. Love you, buddy. Sorry I don't text back all the time, but yeah, I pretty much just count calories, and I'm still tubby right now, so I'm not as fit as I've ever been. By the way, this is a fitness podcast. The best way to get in shape is to just be young and hot and have a lot of free time to focus on not only your mental state of mind, but physical being. And that's the best piece of advice I can give you. If you're old, just eat the foods you like and get a gun, and you're fine, you know? And be confident in your fucking ability at any weight. That's pretty much it. So either be young and hot already or old and confident. And I think that's the best piece of fitness advice I can give you. Either just be young and hot already or old and confident. And honestly, if you were young and hot and you fucked a lot, and you get old and confident, I understand people who peaked in high school now who still have like that I still got it energy deep into their 40s. You know, the cliche, I get it now. Because it's like, oh yeah, they were young and hot. They know how to fuck, dude. They're gonna be all right. What, you think? And this isn't just dudes. I'm talking about ladies. I'm talking about everybody in between. If you were young and hot and you fucked a lot, and then you got like a fucking malt liquor gut, you know, now I'm not a White Claw pooge, but I'm talking like an old English gut on you, they're still going to be slamming. However, if they were young and too hot, perhaps they were selfish lovers and they suck ass, but still confident in their fucking abilities, which is wild. Their mental health is just doing great. Good for them, huh? Good for them. Let's golf clap for them, huh? That's happy for them, you know? They're doing all right still. But all right, so we got I'm sorry, we had Duke Lukem, and then how could I forget? Softy Baseballs. Softy Baseballs, love you, dude. Our Cali listener, gotta love old Softy Baseballs. I chose to stop at this red. I've been coasting through orange lights lately, but needed a red light to really talk to you guys, bring the manic energy down this episode. The Celsius is hidden. I also had 2 cups of coffee this morning to get going, and it's not as early, all right? I'm sorry, gang. It's not as early in the morning this time. We're kind of getting mid-morning workouts in today because I had to do some show planning and, business stuff. Oh, show business. Oh, but there's still business before the show, after the show, but you get it. Oh, shit, it's green. Wasted the whole the red light, talking to you guys about nothing. Much ado about nothing should have been the proper title for this podcast. But okay, so we had we were trying to figure out what to call the warmies, which is not what I'm going to call you guys either. I thought mine I came up with were the limber listeners. Don't like that. Too wordy. Weird. Malimbos. Also weird. So nope, we still don't have that. You guys came up with the troops, which I think is great, but I already borrow enough valor as it is, so I don't know if I want to be doing that one. Pump Chumps, which is funny, but I don't know. I feel like if I call you guys Pump Chumps, first of all, 2 pump chump is already like a weird sexual colloquialism for somebody who sucks ass at fucking, which is not you guys. If I can say anything about my listeners, regardless of how young and hot you were, fucking warm-up listeners, fuck, dude. If you have the patience to get through the ramblings of a insane man on his way to the gymnasium for 15 to 17 minutes a day, you're gonna get your sexual partners off, and you're gonna get you. So I'm just saying that. I have the utmost confidence in you guys. So I like pump chumps, but it's like, you guys aren't pump chumps. You fucking, you guys are champions of the bedroom, huh? How about that, huh? Bed champs? That makes no goddamn, well, it makes sense. You guys are bed champions, but in the context of this podcast, don't know about that. And we had loogies, which, Elena, gross, but I don't know, loogies is up there, but oh my God, there's so many people parked here today. Oh, fuck. I know when the back lot of the gym is kind of full there's a lot of employees probably in it for the love of the game today. That means that gym is about to be goddamn packed. I tell you, these Gen Z kids are they're like sunflowers, when the sun's out, they're like, yes, let's go do things. The power and the energy of this, they're like little supermen running around, lifting so goddamn much. Those gray days, I'm like, you stay in your apartments. You stay in your apartments and your blankets and you sip whatever you kids are sipping. And you think about, I have no idea the icanations of a younger generation in this day and age. I barely know my own. Anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun. I know weekly that the ebbs and flows of this fucking podcast are insane. Mainly because depends on how well I've slept and how rough the weekend, good or bad, goes. You guys are here for it. So, all right, let's just move on. We'll figure out nicknames organically. Warmies is not going to be it. But right now, I think I'm going to use it as the what do they call a script? Working title. It's a working warm-up. You guys are the warmies. So we got that warmies. It's growing on me. Let me know if it's growing on you. Okay, what last thing? Chicago ruled. Friends are cool. I thought I had something for you. We got some warm-up songs today. Oh shoot! Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. For anybody that likes the short form little videos I do, maybe I'll keep that up. But I've taken on a few more projects, and there's a new podcast coming out with my buddy Johnny Mockney. So shameless plug for Johnny Mockney and I, and it's going to be called Chinese Rocket Force. We filmed the first episode last night before Crunchies, and we had some good gut laughs. So it'll be a new channel. It'll be a new everything. I'll link it here or on my page in the future at some point soon. But keep an eye out for Chinese Rocket Force. That's the name. It might be Chinese Rocket Force Podcast because, But anyways, a lot of fun. Johnny's a good buddy, fucking fantastic comedian. I don't know. I love watching newer comics become kind of seasoned comics and start to develop. And when you hush, you go to so many mics or shows, sometimes it's not to be rude that you don't listen to everybody's set, but it just kind of becomes part of the job. But Johnny's now one of those comics where when he's on stage, I'll be like, I can listen to this, Which I think, I don't know, that's high praise, I think. But anyway, so Chinese Rocket Force Podcast, Johnny Mockney and myself, shameless plug for that. I will say having a partner to talk to keeps me a little bit more fucking directed. And Johnny's super intelligent and a teacher. And so me being a previous special ed student, I think his patience and direction goes well. So I appreciate you, buddy. I don't think he listens to this. Why would he, huh? You don't listen to your business partner's solo shit. So finally, all right, thank you guys. I love you guys. I don't know why the 17-minute mark just feels good. Feels comfortable to me. Maybe we'll do 15 minutes later. But okay. I was excited this week, so I'm breaking my own rule because fuck it, why not? The warm-up podcast playlist on Spotify that you guys can find on Spotify if you want to follow it. I know a few of you are cool with it, and it's a lot of fun. Oh my God, how could I forget the most important fucking listener? Maybe because Johnny Toledo. Johnny Toledo, that's your nickname, Mr. Magic Man. Oh, maybe the Magic Man. Johnny Toledo is a fan of the playlist. And thank you, buddy. So, 2 warm-up songs this week. The first one I got ecstatically excited about. It's Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue, and that wasn't available to play on Spotify for a long time. Probably like licensing and, Spotify will butt-fuck artists left and right. So, some obscure, maybe not obscure, but some musicians just aren't available to play on Spotify, which I think is a good argument for having solid media still or tangible media, because Electric Avenue fucking rips, and it's finally available to stream, the real one by Eddie Grant, on Spotify. So that's the first one. And the second one is a song that is like an every vibe song. I've listened to it when I was sad. I've listened to it when I was happy. And I've listened to it warming up, cooling down. And I don't know why. This song just hits in kind of every mood I'm in, which is like super cool. And it's by Corner Shop, probably known most for Brimful of Asher. So this is a deep cut from Corner Shop. It's Lessons Learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. And I don't know, it's just a charming song that I'm happy I stumbled across it, so hopefully you guys are. But that's it, everybody. That's a warm-up podcast, We're warmed all the way up. Look at that. Show notes? God damn it. Didn't keep me on track at all. There's notes. That was on my airbag. Can you imagine if I got in a crash and it was like, ah! Oh, God, I see all their nicknames. Oh. All right, I love you guys. We're warmed up. I'm warmed up. Let's go lift some shit. Let's have a good week. Love you guys. Okay, bye.